you are easily triggered or offended, please exercise caution. Because the hosts really don't care. Warning, this show is not for children. And not for coworkers either. And yes, that includes you, Cindy. Seriously, how many stuffed animals do you need at your desk?
I mean, there's always one stuffed animal sitting in that chair, Cindy. Talking about your brain.
Is that a silk shirt you've got on this morning there,
Look,
Rico Suave?
I don't know. It's in the light. It looks.
Are you posing for your middle school dance picture today?
It's the light. The light is just hitting this thing in the wrong way.
Are you posing for a 1989
really seems kind of
picture?
like, jeez, what am I doing here?
That's kind of a nice shirt. I'm picking fun at you, but that's a nice, and you like
honestly, if you were looking at it, you'd be like, well, that's bright, that's purple, but it's not shiny. But because of this light, it looks like, oh, you into shiny clothes? What's going on?
Where are you going?
It's Pride Month, Deke. It's Pride Month, Deke. Come on.
Whatever. Take pride. Hello, good morning, friends.
Good morning, sir. How are you? Good morning, everybody.
I'm having a crappy. So I got here. Everybody completely understands now this scenario that I'm going to explain to you what happened. I got here. I started doing my stuff. You know, I've got this done and this done and this done and this done. I'm like, do. And normally while I'm doing my stuff, I will get my phone and prop it up over here. And we have Paramount Plus. And so I will go and it allows you to watch your local television, your local CBS station if you want to. So I'll watch their little breakfast show and it's giving me the local news and the national news while I'm sitting there doing stuff, you know, because me and JJ have this award-winning show here.
Amazing.
That I want to try to keep, up to date on. So I reach over to grab my phone to turn over the little breakfast show, and I didn't have my phone. And I started looking for my phone, and I went out to my car, and it wasn't there. And I realized that I laid my phone on my bed this morning, and I think I didn't pick it up off the corner of the bed. So I had to rush home. This took 45 minutes out of my morning, about 30.
So you actually went back and got it.
I went back to my house, snuck in my house, snuck into the room, retrieved the phone, and then come back to work. I used my phone at work.
To get stuff done.
Yeah, but a lot of people do that. So if you leave your phone, that's like leaving your left hand or at home. You can do your day with your right hand, but man, it's going to suck not having this left hand to help you out.
Oh, I know you use like your notes in your phone a lot for a lot of stuff, but I mean, my first thought would have been like, oh, call your girl and get her to bring it to you. You know?
No, I'm not gonna.
Not at 6 a.m, but maybe
it was 5:35 this morning. Yeah. I was not calling her at 5:35 to bring me my phone halfway. No way. I'm not that big an asshole. I'm an asshole. But
wait, you guys still got the one car, right?
No, we got two.
Oh, you got it fixed. You got her
fixed.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
We was only doing that for a little bit while we got it fixed.
Right. Yeah.
I'm a little behind.
When's the last time you guys left your phone, guys? Like it is literally an appendage. Like you can't get anything done. Sometimes I can't buy gas in my car if I don't have my phone.
See?
In fact, more than that, I got my wallet thing sticks to my phone, but I've found, especially keys to like a hotel room, they get demagnetized super quick. I don't know if it's my phone or my whatever magnets. I don't know what's going on, but some of my cards even. So sometimes I literally can't buy anything without my phone. Because the card, there's a greater than 0% chance that the card magnet doesn't work on it. You know, I don't know. So anyway. I'm glad you got your phone back. You got your day off to a rough start, but that's okay. Deke, your day can start rough, but it doesn't have to stay rough. because you're in control of your whole reality.
That's right. You know, as I was making my coffee in there a minute ago, because I started trying to catch up on stuff in here. And of course, as soon as I start recording, a fucking train comes by. And I was like, of course, this is how my day goes. And I was pissed. And I was like, wait a minute. JJ would be like, JJ's fucking Peter Positive here lately. So we need to be Peter Positive like JJ and be like, the power of positive thinking. So I'm trying to be in a good mood. Thank you, Peter.
You can do it. You can do it. And you know what?
Right, Peter.
You not only can do it, you will do it, and you will feel better.
Thank you.
You are not trapped in some existential universal prison that is constantly bombarded by train sounds. You are basically...
You don't live where I live, son.
You're very really the master of your own destiny. You're the only person that works there. You manage your every day. There's some people that don't have that privilege. You should recognize your privilege. Okay, tell me some stuff.
That's true, and I do get to pick songs and make people's day playing songs. So I get to make people's day brighter sometimes by playing music. I've always thought that's what my job is I make people's day happier by playing their songs. So I'm going to play a song for you today. This one, JJ, I don't know if you've ever heard. I don't know if you've ever heard this person before, heard of this person before. So this week, JJ asked me if we were doing a theme, and I was like, yeah, let's do like forgotten songwriters. So let's do forgotten country songwriters, country music songwriters. Since yesterday was, who was yesterday?
You did that guy from
Hoyt Axton.
Gremlins.
Yeah, Hoyt Axton was yesterday. So today, what happened to my screen? Today, we are doing Guy Clark. Okay. Guy Clark is a songwriter, a Nashville songwriter. He just passed away a couple of years ago, right after COVID. And Guy Clark penned a lot of great songs. A lot of songs. I can't think of any. I'm trying to do like 15 things at once here. I don't have a list of Guy Clark songs that he has written, but Guy Clark has written a lot of songs that you've probably heard other people do. This song in particular is called "The Guitar." It is a very haunting tune. It's a story song, and you need to wait until the very last line for the payoff. Okay, so it's got a payoff line, and it is the very last line of the song. Okay, so this is a wonderful song. I used to play it only during Halloween, only during the month of October, because it's a very haunting, spooky song. It's the story of a man who goes into a pawn shop and finds this guitar, this old beat up guitar hanging on the wall, and he asks the pawn shop guy to get it down for him. And when he picks up the guitar, it's like the guitar starts playing him. He starts playing the guitar unlike anything that he's ever been able to play before. And then there's a payoff line at the very end. So you have to listen to the song. It's a very haunting song, but it's great. And I've added it to the list. It plays all the time on my station. So this is a good one.
It's kind of like the movie Coco.
I don't know what that is. Is that a
okay? All right.
Is that what is?
It's a cartoon about this little kid that played that his I don't know.
Oh, okay.
His dad was a guitar player that died. You never seen Coco?
No.
It's good stuff. Okay, so this song has kind of like a turn at the very end that changes the whole story.
I
like
the whole story.
I like the acoustic guitar.
Yeah, it's wonderful. You'll dig this song. You'll dig a lot of Guy Clark is a Homegrown Tomatoes. Have you ever heard Homegrown Tomatoes? Ain't nothing in the world like homegrown. Only two things that money can't buy, and that's true love and homegrown tomatoes. You never heard that? Oh, that's a great one. I might have to add that as a bonus.
Maybe I've heard that before.
So I'm gonna put that on. It's already on our Discord server. I might put the Homegrown Tomatoes on as a bonus song. So there you go, Guy Clark.
Is he gone?
Yeah, Guy Clark passed away just a couple of years ago, like right after COVID or something like that. I did a little thing about him on the radio because he's one of those that you've never heard of. Even I'm a big country music fan. Well, you might not have ever heard of Guy. You've ever heard of Guy Clark? Only like old school country music, hardcore country music fans know Guy Clark. What's that?
My wife just handed me like a bottle of sponges, and I was like, "What? What are you doing?" She wanted me to open it for her. Okay, well, I was like, "What? Why is this in my hands?"
That would have been something I would have done. I think when I put it in my mouth,
it's a snack. All right, Deacon. Well, Deacon, your choice of song is very appropriate for today's show. Because not only does the last line of that song change the story of the song, but but that's very in theme with our title today, because as you know, they are changing the frogs gay. They are making the frogs gay.
I did that.
And that's not according to Alex Jones. That's according to Democratic presidential nominee, candidate, RFK Jr. RFK Jr. is saying that they are going to turn the frogs gay. This is great. Pride Month.
So, I hate to ask this question, JJ, but
yeah,
please elaborate. I have to. That's the only reason I'm asking that is because I have to ask that question.
There's no other way forward for the show.
Yeah. Other than that, it's me hit
your box
stream button up here, and
I guess there's an out. I guess there's a way out for you. It's just which one's less comfortable. This is on revolver.news, but you know Jordan Peterson, and Jordan Peterson was interviewing RFK Jr. And I'm just gonna play this clip. It's not very long. This is RFK Jr. You know, I don't know exactly how he's related to JFK. He's like a nephew or something.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. That is JFK's nephew.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay.
Right. Sorry. I don't know their exact relationship. I assumed it was his nephew.
I've seen the climate apocalypse use fear to induce something approximating the same kind of level of tyranny, as far as I'm concerned, that characterized the vaccine lockdown. Help me sort that out and understand where you stand.
I see these huge levels of depression and despair, loneliness in kids. And I don't think that there's a single cause to it. And I think blaming it on, depression about climate is probably oversimplistic. And in fact, I think a lot of the problems we see in kids, and particularly boys, it's probably underappreciated that how much of that is coming from chemical exposures, including a lot of the sexual dysphoria that we're seeing. They're swimming through a soup of toxic chemicals today, and many of those are endocrine disruptors. There's atrazine throughout our water supply. Atrazine, by the way, if you in a lab put atrazine in a tank full of frogs, it will chemically castrate and forcibly feminize every frog in there, and 10% of the frogs, the male frogs, will turn into fully viable females able to produce viable eggs. If it's doing that to frogs, it could. There's a lot of other evidence that it's doing it to human beings as well.
Okay, so can I say something? I caught the very end of that.
Yes.
I caught the end of that.
Oh, okay.
What is he saying that's incorrect? It's like lunatic-y. Like,
yeah, I know, right?
Making him crazy. See, because they're not turning the frogs gay. That's our that's our humorous little spin on it,
Yeah.
But once you get down to the brass tacks, what's so crazy about what he said? Because let me tell you something. Okay. You're the father of little girls, and let me just bring this up, okay? My daughter's 11 years old. I have to be careful how I hug her and touch her anymore, because she's not my little baby girl that I just can't grab, and hold.
Yeah,
because she has budding breasts as she's turning into a young woman, and I have to be careful because I'm daddy. And I've always been daddy. And Maggie used to live right here on me. I carried her everywhere. She was my parasite. Okay. So it's hard for me to And me and her mother had this conversation one time about this because she was so young, and her mother is a little bit more on the farm than I am, so to speak, when it comes to conspiracy theories. We'll say that.
Oh, okay.
She takes conspiracy theories a little bit more to heart than I do, and you know me. You know me. I believe in aliens and all that stuff, right? So anyway, she was bringing up that there was this theory, this conspiracy theory, that all of these hormones that we're injecting into the chickens to make the chickens so much bigger and the breasts so much bigger, for your money when you're making these chicken farmers and stuff like that, was affecting our young girls. Because our kids eat nothing but chicken. You know, what do kids eat when they're kids? You can't
chicken nuggets.
They eat chicken nuggets. Chicken.
Chicken.
So it was a sound theory. My daughter's 11. She wears a bra. Like, I have to keep in mind when I hug my little girl that, you know, I have to be careful and not be, this is not my little girl anymore. She's, you know what I mean? I don't like rub all over her, but you know, sometimes you just grab your little girl or pat them on the butt or something like that. When they grow up, you got to be careful about doing stuff like that.
My kids are young enough that, like, it's very common and very frequent that I will just grab one of them and swing them upside down or spin them in a circle,
and rub their belly and pat them on the butt, or
do that to me, Dad, do that to me, spin them around, grab them and spin it. You know, like, their roughhousing's got to stop at a certain point for sure.
Well, I mean, what is he? I mean, what's he? If certain chemicals are turning, if we found that certain chemicals are turning these frogs, or doing certain things to these frogs, then what's to say that it's not doing it to the plants? It's not doing it to the water supply. It's not getting in. What's it doing to humans? It might only be the city that we live in. You know, I've said this before. There is a multi-billion-dollar chemical complex over here with several chemical plants that's just right over here, just right there. Okay. And I joke about it all the time. I've had 3 friends that live in this town, that grew up in this town, that I went to high school with. All 3 of them were colorblind. And I used to say, it's from the water. It's from y'all's city water. It's from all them chemicals in the water. And they're like, no, it's not. No, it's not. I'm like, yes, it is. And I used to joke about it, but
but it's not. I mean, okay,
I am drinking it every day.
Yeah, right. If Alex Jones says it, right, because the whole they're turning the frogs gay joke is because, like, 10 years ago, Alex Jones was saying the same thing. He said they are experimenting in a lab with these chemicals, and they are turning frogs from one gender to the other. And then he was covering that story, and then he was, you know, just being a little boisterous and humorous about it, and said they're turning the frogs gay. And you know, because it's Alex Jones, you can dismiss anything he says because he's just a clown, right? He's a rodeo clown, except he's like, you know, he objectively speaking, he's right more often than he's wrong, apparently. And, you know, now it's the same story, but now it's the Democratic presidential candidate, RFK Jr., who sounds honestly based as fuck when he says it. He's like, hey, look, there a lot of the problems that we're having in society could be because we have chemicals floating around our entire system. And it's like, yeah, that's right.
Wrong.
Yeah. And which means that all these people lining up for the parades, you know, this month, like, how many of them, they think that that's the way God made them. They think that's the expression of their true self. It's the, you know, but what if they were just regular people and they got reprogrammed by chemicals?
That's what happened to the Ninja Turtles and Daredevil.
Yes, exactly. The ooze got in there.
It was toxic ooze.
Messed them up. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so
what you're saying is very akin to something that I have said before about everything, about but about the situation that's going on with the people, and they might have one sex, they might have two sexes. Why is that? Why do we seem to have more people today with cancer than it was in 1723? You know, and it's and Dad used to say it. My dad used to say, Bub, it's because some way this is how my dad talks. Bub, it's because back in 1940, all the farmers went out to their field every day and they plowed and they worked and they hoed and they got all the damn weeds out of their field by hand. And nowadays, these damn farmers go out there and they spray one chemical on the field, and that's all they do all year long. And you don't think that damn chemical gets in your damn food and you eat it and it affects you? He said, that's why everybody's got cancer now. And he said, and you try to tell these damn farmers that, and they get mad at you because they're owned by the chemical companies. These farmers' livelihoods are by the. I used to have a good friend that had thousands of acres of farms, man, thousands of acres of farms. Very, very rich man, and he would staunchly defend Monsanto like they were his fucking mother. You did not say one negative thing about Monsanto, or he would kick you out of his fucking house. You know, and you're like, whoa, hold up. You could call his mom a whore, but if you say Monsanto is poisoning people, and he's going to fucking fight you. So I don't know, JJ.
I mean, you do know. We do. Okay, we can't know because, you know, like knowing involves like, oh, we have to be able to A/B test and collect all information. Information has to be public and not privately owned by corporations. And then there's the financial incentive of these corporations that are controlling the farms, and not just farms, but municipal water supplies. You know, there's like 75,000 municipal water supplies, but like, you know, they all run the same way. Once chemicals get in there, even if they're in there, and even if, say, an official discovers them in there, then you have the opportunity for liability lawsuits. So there's all kinds of incentives to lie about it.
Exactly.
So
exactly. That's the whole. I mean, what was the argument for the they're dumbing us down with the fluoride? Remember the fluoride thing that they're dumbing us down? That fluoride, that they said the same thing about fluoride years ago. That
hey, oh, it's fine, it's okay, it's safe.
We found out that fluoride, even though it does all this great shit for teeth, that it kind of does this to the brain. And I don't remember what it was off the top of my head.
Yeah, it does make you stupid. It does make you dumb.
It kind of makes you dumber. And they're like, okay, well, you know, that's the big conspiracy theory, that they do this, and it might help the teeth a little bit, and that's why all the dentists are like, there's nothing wrong with this. Well, we're not talking about teeth, asshole. We're talking about what it does to your brain. So shut up and sit down, please.
Right. Like chemicals have an effect, and then they have side effects. And we're saying that the unknown side effects of some of these chemicals, is it necessarily atrazine? I don't know. RFK thinks it's atrazine, but like, you think atrazine is the only chemical that we've got floating around in our food and water supply that's going to be affecting people? No, you're in a cocktail of.
We're just now finding out sucrose, you know, breaks down the DNA. And after we reported on that, did you notice that after we read that story, that like 2 days later it started coming out in the mainstream media, and I started seeing it in the mainstream media everywhere?
Really?
Like that sucralose breaking down the DNA and stuff like that. I was like, me and JJ had that 2 days ago.
We said it was a like not a petricide, but like some sort of a not genocide. It was it was something like that, but it like breaks down your genes. Man.
All right. So, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff like this in our world that does this, and this is what's wrong with us. And I mean, we've labeled it as other things so that we can resell it as other things. I mean, there was a joke on Community where one of the members got a job at a pharmaceutical company, and she was like, yeah, our pharmacy invented whatever syndrome. We also invented the cure to that syndrome, but we invented the cure to blah, blah, blah syndrome. We also invented the syndrome, but we invented the cure to blah, blah, blah syndrome. And that's like what it is. If me and you own JJ and Deacon's pharmacy company, the fucking number one thing that we need
genotoxic,
the paint on our wall is do not heal people. That's the number one thing that we need to do as a pharmaceutical company, is heal people. Because if we heal everyone, JJ, we're out of a job. We need to freaking take up carpentry or something else.
I'm a little bit less on board with the like, oh, they make the disease so they can sell the cure on purpose. Like,
I'm not saying
I get
they
that,
do
but that's a bridge too far, right?
I'm saying that is a logical possibility that you couldn't.
It is a possibility,
so you can't dismiss it if it's logical. If it's logical, you can't dismiss it.
In my mind, it is what is the easiest thing for people to do, including lying. And the easiest thing for people to do is like, oh, we do this and then I can sell it and I can make money. Oh, there's a negative effects.
So
there's
you're
negative
not
effects.
on
But if I lie about it,
the fact that if I had a bunch of rich ass motherfuckers all around the world and I was like, we're going to triple your money in 3 years. From the year 2019 to 2023, your money is going to absolutely triple. The only thing that's going to happen is we're going to release we'll hypothetically release a thing to the population to kill 1/16 of the population or 1/10 of the population, but it will make you richer because who got richer, JJ? Politicians got richer, pharmaceutical companies got richer, companies that make plastic got richer, people that made everyone got richer. So people don't believe like you and me all the time. I don't give two shits about money, but I'm a very rare person. Okay. People kill their own mother for money. All right. So people have no problems killing 10,000 people that they don't know up for money. Absolutely.
I feel like that is okay. So yeah, definitely the rich made more money. Wealth was consolidated. They had organizational ability to control distribution and to be more efficient. And during especially the pandemic, when smaller operations had more difficulty solving the logistics problems, they closed down. The bigger ones swallow that up. That's all. That's all right. Opportunistic for sure. Now, do I think if you were to say to me,
was it planned?
We think they did it on purpose?
Was it planned opportunity? Because that's real easy to plan out, JJ. All we need to do is just a little bit of time and to sit in a room with a couple of beers and to think about it. Okay, well, if we did this, what's going to happen? I'm one of these people that think through shit like that. I don't just willy-nilly do something. If I do something, I've thought about 4 different fucking contingencies.
Okay.
All right. And that would be one of the things that I would be like, okay, if we did this and did this, what's going to happen here? Well, this is going to happen here. Well, if that happens, we need to invest here in order to, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So
it's very easily planned.
It is okay. Yes, people can come up with when there's an opportunity. Obviously, people can come up with a plan and a backup plan and a backup plan for
our
like
senators
dealing
do it all the time
with
the stock market, dude. Our senators do it all the time with the stock market.
Manipulating stocks is obviously a thing, but manipulating like public health for profit, it is less difficult for me to believe that people were well intentioned and did a thing, and then they were like, oh, we did this thing, and oh, look, we can make money. It's easier for me to believe that they created an opportunity accidentally and then maximized advantage out of it than engineered an opportunity, because I have created plans before, and when you make a plan, they immediately go to shit. Like plans don't work because people get in the.
But I might be relying on you to believe that about yourself in order to perpetuate my fucking lie.
Might be.
And so you're doing my job for me.
Okay. So as at a different level, as human beings, it is so much easier for us to interpret reality as a story with a villain. And if we can take a bunch of like circumstances and paint it as a conspiracy,
to act like that we tiptoe through butterflies all the time, and then there's no villains, and there are.
No, I think there's bad people, but I don't think the bad people can necessarily coordinate and plan and keep it a secret that well. That's all. And so it's easier to believe that bad people will do bad things and make opportunities and then like maximize those opportunities on the fly than it is to coordinate and make them happen. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Anyway, So, atrazine. Jeremy says, I'm having trouble reading this. Jeremy says, not on board with creating the problem to sell the solution. That is the Hegelian dialectic. Problem, reaction, solution. It's been around for ages. No question. It's okay, but that's and like an abstract concept. I'm talking about a real practical effect. So it's easier. So Tim Pool talks about, and other people talk about, the standalone complex, where like a bunch of individual people will have like individual plans, and it looks like they are coordinating, but really it's just a bunch of people that are self-interested doing their own thing. So it's just that as a society, it's very often that we have forces that create alignment of individual self-interests, including maximization of profit, consolidation of wealth, consolidation of resources, and things like that. In the automotive industry, it's called planned obsolescence. Okay, but you can't really do that with viruses and genes and chemicals.
Sorry, man. I was my time actually.
I'm not strictly disagreeing with you, Jeremy. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm just it's just it's a little bit difficult to believe. Do I believe that in a moment where like something happened and then they're like, oh, we found this chemical, we think it'll fix the thing, and then it turns out there's a side effect that people won't lie about it. Of course they'll lie about it. I just don't know that assuming some sort of a conspiracy is a little bit tough.
Okay. All right. So I need to put on my gloves with you, like I do with the woman.
Kid gloves.
I'm not calling them kid gloves. I don't like that term, but they are. I have to put on a protective barrier,
dumb gloves
to talk to you about this, the same way that I talk with the woman that I work with, Sherry.
Sure. All right.
Sherry has a really hard time believing that our government would do bad things in order to.
See, I don't have that problem.
She's like, we've had conversations before about 9/11 and stuff like that, and she was like, "We wouldn't do that to ourselves. We wouldn't hurt our own people in order." I was like, "Whatever little tulip world you live in, with butterflies and rainbows, it must be a beautiful place, because that's not the real fucking world, okay? And you people that live in this little made up little fantasy land that you just live in, that's why you get so triggered at certain things, is because when someone actually slaps you across the face verbally and tries to get you to come to the real world and get out of your little farcical fantasy land that you live in, you get pissed off at us." So the real world, there's bad guys, JJ, and bad guys.
Of course,
like
I know
money,
there's bad guys,
and bad guys.
I know
like
there's
power.
bad guys.
All right, so it's not.
I just don't think that there's necessarily Stuart Snardleys out there conspiring to be evil, but rather, I have an opportunity to make money. Except it might hurt some people. Don't care. I think there's a whole lot of those people.
I don't think they're conspiring to be evil as well. I think you're exactly right. I think money and power rule the world, and that turns the world.
Come here. Am I supposed to wake up? You're not supposed to wake up, but you are supposed to give me a hug when you do. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You know who's right there? Uncle Jeremy's right there. Do you want to say hi to Uncle Jeremy? He can't hear you. He can't hear you, but he can hear you. You can't hear him. And there's Uncle Deacon on screen.
Hi, Uncle Deacon.
Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It's time to rise and shine. Did your alarm go off?
No.
Your alarm did not go off. Now, what are you supposed to do if you wake up but your alarm has not gone off?
Uh-oh.
You don't know?
Something happened.
I have a clue for you. It rhymes with still sleep.
What? When can I wake up?
At 7:30, and your alarm is going to go off.
Right now?
No, in 22 minutes. But I'll tell you what, I will let you go get dressed and read a book until your alarm goes off. What do you think about that? No?
Sure.
Okay, deal. Go do it. I hope my wife's not watching this show. All right, guys, because that's not the plan. Let's move on to let's check this out, Deacon. I saw this.
I need to go get some coffee.
I guess we agree. Yeah, get some coffee.
No,
I guess
ahead.
we agree. RFK Jr. is based, but if Alex Jones says it, it's conspiracy theory nonsense. But if a Democrat says it, it's true and factual. All right.
I think we agree that if Alex Jones would have turned it down about 17 notches, he'd have been fine. You know,
yeah,
he was a little too
because
goddamn intense.
Alex Jones is always trying to take down the establishment. The establishment is threatened by him, even though he's mostly a radio clown. All right, moving on. Check this out. They that damn reservoir, that dam that broke in right. A dam that broke in Ukraine because of the Russians or the Ukrainians or whatever. You know, you can't believe anybody, but you can believe this. Since the dam broke, the reservoir drained out, and that reservoir has been there since like the 1950s. It was built about 15 years after the after World War II. So neither Russia nor Ukraine have taken responsibility, and it's caused a lot of downstream flooding, ruined houses. I think it's killed like 14 people, and 72% of the water that the dam contained drained and flooded the, I don't know how to say it, Dnieper River, and the shoreline got washed out. The existing shoreline got hit by the flood from the dam and got washed out, and it revealed human skulls from World War II. So,
really?
Multiple. Yeah. The Battle of Dnieper took place in 1943. Is one of the largest operations in World War II. You can see like there's like a new shoreline and a skull's been revealed. And I don't know about in this picture, the water line of the dam has reduced dramatically. And then here's another. So there's basically people that just died and on the beach of this river and got buried. That some of them are wearing German helmets.
Look at that.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's got like what is that?
Scallops,
not floral. Yeah. Some sort of like. Some of them
crazy.
are.
That's a crazy picture, man. That's awesome.
Some of the skulls are German. Some of the skulls are Russian. So, or maybe they said they were Ukrainian. Hold on, let me go back up here. One skull Russian. Appears to be wearing a German helmet, and others seem to be wearing Soviet helmets. So the era of Soviet Ukraine contains Nova Karkova reservoir, which was liberated by the Nazis in 1943. Yes, dear. What? I'm not going to tie this in your hair. I'm not going to do that. Nope. Sorry. And Uncle Jeremy said hi. Okay. Yeah, that's nuts. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I like stuff like that. Yeah, that's cool.
All right. I thought that was interesting. I mean, yeah, there's a little bit of international conflict and some, people's homes got destroyed and a few people died, but we found Nazi skulls.
Oh no, there's not a but. There's no but to that.
No,
Jeez,
I'm joking.
I know you're being joking.
Lily, no yelling. Go to your room. I don't think she listened. Okay. These four stories with these ads, man.
I know. I had several.
They don't have ads. I got these Tesla ones.
These what? Here, let's go to. There
was a couple of.
What's the other one? I thought let's get to the political ones. You want to get the political ones out of the way?
Sure. Yeah. How about the losing seats? You get that? Do you have that one from yesterday?
No.
Republicans set to lose multiple. Oh, okay.
No, I have Trump, and then I have old Tucker over here. You seen Tucker?
We did.
Are we looking at the same thing?
Tucker, I did watch episode 2. I don't know. Did you watch episode 2 of Tucker's Twitter show?
No,
if you guys
I
are
did
not watching Tucker,
like 170 million people have watched both episodes, and he's set to drop episode 3, but today I think. But I don't know if episode 3 will come out, as Fox is sending him a cease and desist letter. So
yeah. So
because of
one of the things is his contract obviously precludes him from working on other networks, but when he's been there for like 10 years. When his contract was made, Twitter was not viewed as a competitive platform. So it's not in his contract. So there's nothing his contract that says he can't do Twitter. So
that's right.
I think he's going to just push this line until they go into a lawsuit, and they're going to have to let it go.
And they'll probably win the lawsuit.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Tucker's show. I've listened to Tucker's show. It's pretty good. And okay, like nightly news. So Fox News or CNN or whatever, they're lucky if they get 3-5 million viewers, right?
Right.
He got 170 million on a 10-minute clip. And as soon as he goes to monetize this, he's gonna make so much money. And I don't know. I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No, you're good. You're good. I hate these stupid ad blockers. Some of these
everything's going slow for me. Like, I don't know what's happening here.
I've got one for you. Student loan payments. Okay. Let me roll this one up here for you if it'll come up on the screen.
Is it good news?
And then I've got student loan payments, JJ. Where's it at? It's going slow for me.
Oh, they'll be due starting in October.
The U.S. Department of Education clarifies. Yes, the Biden administration had previously said that the pause would end either 60 days or either June 30th or 60 days after the Supreme Court rules, but it's going to end here at the end of October. So, do you pay student loan payments anymore, JJ?
I do. I don't want to, but I do. And now I'm gonna have to.
Now you're gonna have to start again.
Pay more of my debt.
Yeah, sorry.
Actually, look.
Right, JJ.
I'm smart. No, Deacon. I'm sorry, everything's going real slow.
Huh?
Super slow.
Yeah, it is going slow.
Deacon, I'm smart. And because I'm smart, I'm married to a smart woman, and she's smarter than me. So I really just do whatever she says. And she says, we're paying this debt off. And I said, okay, that's fine. Take my money, woman.
Dumb people have to tell themselves they're smart all the time too.
I know. Those stupid people, man.
But you are smart by listening to whatever she says. I got another story for you, JJ. You're going to like this one. I'm changing the subject. You're going to like this story.
Let's do it.
Read the headline for me out loud.
Woman declared dead, knocks on coffin during her own wake in Ecuador. I'm not dead yet. I'm not dead yet.
Hush up. You'll be stone dead in a moment.
Bring out your dad.
A 76-year-old woman who was declared dead at a hospital in Ecuador astonished her relatives by knocking on her coffin during her wake. Can you flippin' imagine? It gave us a fright, the woman said.
Excuse me, can I go to the bathroom?
That would give us a fright and a number 2 dookie in our pants, because I'll guarantee you I would have taken a shit all over myself because it would have scared the shit out of me.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I have a problem with, Ashley knows this, and some people know this that are close to me. I have a problem with funerals and dead bodies. I don't want to see them. I don't care to see them.
There is a natural human revulsion
Well, that's good. I saw my grandfather's body when I was 14 in the coffin, and I can still remember it. It's like frozen in my mind to this day. And
Right.
when I think of my grandfather, that's the first thought that comes to my mind, and I don't like that being the first fucking thought
Right.
that comes to my mind when I think of someone. So my great aunt, my great uncle just died, and we went up there to the funeral, and I didn't go see him in the casket, and everybody know I don't want, when I think of them, to think of that, what I saw,
Right.
and I don't even want that memory, so I don't like to. So this would have flipped me out, man. I'm not a big funeral person.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, so does it go on to say what happened with her? Was she just? I mean,
the woman had been admitted Friday at the hospital with a possible stroke and cardiopulmonary arrest. And when she did not respond to resuscitation, the doctor on duty declared her dead. He said his mother was unconscious when she was brought to the emergency room, that a few hours later, a doctor informed him she was dead and handed over identity documents and a death certificate. The family then brought her to a funeral home. They were holding a wake for her Friday when they started to hear strange sounds. There were about 20 of us there, he said. About 5 hours, after about 5 hours of the wake, the coffin started to make sounds. My mom was wrapped in sheets and hitting the coffin. And when we approached, we could see that she was breathing heavily. Though he and relatives rushed her back to the hospital Friday, she was still in serious condition Monday. She was under intubation, and doctors weren't giving relatives much hope about her prognosis.
She probably would have been okay, except we had her in a coffin for a little while, so it kind of deteriorated her condition. It's not funny. It's not funny.
But
it's a little bit.
In 2020, a similar incident happened in the U.S. in December. An Iowa care facility mistakenly pronounced a 66-year-old breast dead.
We talk about that one.
We reported that one where she woke up gasping for air. In 2020, a young woman who was declared dead at her suburban Detroit home opened her eyes at a funeral home as she was about to be embalmed.
Oh my God, dude. That's the word. That is unbelievable. Wow.
Freaking movie right there, man. Oh, all right. Lordy.
You guys in Ecuador, you need to sue those doctors, sue that hospital, because that is not good medical practice. You think that doctor was like, oh, my wife, my kids, my bills, the day is so hard. Okay, I got to do some work here. She looks dead. I'll just is he just trying to close some cases?
I mean, sometimes I play yesterday's break, so I mean,
yeah, stressed out. Maybe he left his phone at home, Deke.
Maybe he left his phone home.
He was like, he
had to go back.
I don't know where my stuff's at. She looks dead to me.
I don't have any more stories. I got one more story, but it's silly.
This one doesn't have any ads on it at the moment. So Cracker Barrel has become the next target of Texas organizations' anti-LGBTQ boycotts.
Why is that? Because I thought Cracker Barrel was a big howdy-doody. If you're a MAGA gun-toting, gay-stomping Republican, then you like to eat at Cracker Barrel.
Okay, first of all, do they have Cracker Barrels where you're at? Whereabouts you're at?
Dude,
out in Kentucky or wherever?
They've got a Cracker Barrel. Hang on. Look. You see this penny? Watch this.
Yeah.
I just hit a Cracker Barrel.
Okay. National chain.
Fucking rocking chair in the
front. Bounced off some barrel-shaped furniture.
Fucking Amy Grant record sitting in the front.
You just lost your penny in their gift store. A national chain known for its food and aesthetic that drips Southern comfort is the next business facing backlash over its support of Pride Month and LGBT plus community. The Texas Family Project called on supporters to boycott Cracker Barrel on Thursday, stating a once family-friendly establishment has caved to the mob. Well, what is going on? Oh, I see what it is. They painted a rainbow on that chair, Deacon.
That's it. That's one fucking thing. The one thing that pissed off everybody was the fucking rainbow.
based Cracker Barrel posted a photo of a rocking chair sporting a rainbow on Instagram the same day and shared the chain is excited to celebrate Pride Month with our employees and guests. Everyone, maybe we should rebrand Pride Month. We should call it Atrazine Side Effect Month. You think that would catch on? It's not as catchy.
Hey, let me tell you, do y'all eat at Cracker Barrel a lot? The quality of service at a Cracker Barrel has gone so down, and the quality of food is just terrible anymore. But let me tell you, if there's any Cracker Barrel executives watching, and I know a few of you Cracker Barrel executives do watch our show every day.
Oh yeah, probably.
I have a little piece of advice for you. This is money saving advice. I told Ashley this. She used to work at Cracker Barrel in her younger years, and we were at Cracker Barrel one day, and I was looking around, and I told her, I said, I figured out how to save this company millions of dollars. And she's like, oh yeah, how? I said, I'm serious. I've figured out how to do it. And she's like, okay, how? And I said, send half of these goddamn employees home because there's 90 fucking people here today. Walk into a I challenge you the next time you're in Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Count the employees that are present.
Number of
Just
staff.
Act like you're the manager and you're in charge of employee time and you count the number of people that are on the clock there that day. Just count. I guarantee you it'll be
a lot.
Up 30. I bet there's 30 people at Cracker Barrel at any
You gotta
one
have
time.
some people arranging the gift shop and hanging t-shirts.
Yeah, you gotta have everybody. Yeah, they fucking gotta arrange the gummy bears by color and all that shit. That's very important. And then they don't set you at all the tables. They still got, they won't set you because we don't have enough people working. You got fucking there's 19 waiters over there.
Yeah.
There's 19. I've sat here and counted the servers walking by. 8, 11, 12, 14. And I haven't gotten my fucking drinks yet.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off about. And that's what in society, I don't think these kids today, I don't think this is another thing that they don't realize is that they're like, I'm working and you better be happy that I'm giving you this meal, because I don't have to be doing this. I want to say, bitch, I'm paying $40 for a fucking meal that I could make at my house for $15. That other fucking money that I'm paying is for you to have a smile on your face and keep my fucking drink refilled. That's the only thing I want. You're a server. I'm paying for your service. What are you doing?
I was checking the comments. Jeremy says Cracker Barrel sucks.
Jeremy's right.
I'm pretty sure I sent him a Cracker Barrel gift card for his birthday.
That's
sorry about that.
Why. He's like, you fucking asshole. What a Cracker Barrel gift card.
I got one more story and then we can go, Deke.
Jeremy, you got that Cracker Barrel gift card. They've got some really awesome candles. I know it sounds like I know you're probably not going to buy a candle. No, seriously, they've got one that's like campfire. They're like guy candles. Me and Alex was looking at them one day, and he was like, "Dude, smell this." I was like, "That smells good." It was. They were smelled really good. They weren't frou-frou, funky smells. They were guy candles over there that Alex was showing me. We were looking at. They were over by the records. He was looking at the records. We were looking at the records, and we were looking at the candles. I like candles.
Bro, smell this.
He was
Usually
like,
that's not followed up with a candle. Okay.
It is in my house.
Okay.
What kind of place do you live in, weirdo?
All right, here's the last thing. Deke, do you remember last year when we started the show, one of the first kind of things that I was talking about was, oh my God, Rippaverse, Young Ripper, Eric G. July, Young Ripper launched his own comic book company, made $1 million in like a day, ended up making $3 million over the course of the campaign. Oh, and you even got yours. You got yours. I got mine's right here. I got my ISOM #1. This was cover C, I believe.
No.
Well,
this, remember?
Oh, that's right. You got the one that's signed? I despise you.
This was a gift, man.
Yeah, your girl got that for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you got cover A. That was a limited production run cover, and it's signed by Eric July.
That's been a
That's
bad
amazing.
glare on that, but
Yeah. I could see it. It's gold. It's gold.
and
Well,
I have never opened it out of this. My hands have not touched this. So whoever put it in this, if Eric July
like
put
that.
it in here, then I'm never getting it out. I've never read this. I can read it online, but
sure,
it's never left this.
Yeah, hang on to it. That's going to be an investment.
I put this back on it. I need to get it. I need to get it graded and I put it exactly back in here, exactly like it was.
Wow. You will be pleased to know, Deacon, that as of yesterday, the campaign has launched for ISOM number 2.
Sweet.
ISOM number 2. So it's been it started with some rough stuff. The website was struggling to handle the load from all the people. I mean, the website was constantly crashing. It took me probably 3 hours to get it to load stable enough that I could do my order. But I ordered ISOM number 2. Let me go over here.
Are there going to have different covers and shit again like that?
Yes, there's cover A, cover B, and cover C currently. Their goal was 350,000 in 1 day, despite having massive problems with the website stability, just handling the load.
Send me that link.
I'll send it. I'll post it. Yeah, I'll send it to you. 857,000, and it's not even been 24 hours yet. But here they have the cover 1 is ISOM and the villain fighting, and I don't know who's doing I would click on these, but it's gonna load so slowly that it's not gonna be very good. I cover B is a cover by Ethan Van Sciver, and I saw this, and so this is the one that I picked. But and then there's cover C, foil embossed, and it's limited to 5,000, but cover C is $100. So I ended up getting cover B. But we have the next installment in the ill-advised storyline and the hero ISOM. Young Ripa, Eric July, has been so successful with this ISOM, with the launch of his own company. They sell not only the comics, and there's only one comic produced, and then this is the second comic. There are more coming. Chuck Dixon will be going on, I believe, to do the book that's based on these green dudes right here. I think Chuck Dixon's going to do a book based on them, and he's selling T-shirts, posters, and hats, and all of that stuff. So he's been super successful. So right now, for the next, I don't know how long they will have cover A and cover B up, but currently you can still get cover A and B. They are a limited production, and if you want to get in, and if you want to support comics, but you don't want to support Marvel and DC, this is the thing to do. There's a lot of other indie comics that are really great, but ISOM number 2 is now, the campaign is launched, and I want to see it blow up, because when it does, it makes the news, and they can't not talk about it. They have to talk about, like, comics are dying, but indie comics are growing. So that's what I want to see.
I agree.
I'll send you the link.
Okay, yeah, I'd like to do that, or I'd like to get that.
All right, Deke, it's time.
Hey, I want to pimp something here real quick that I put on our Discord server.
Yes, I want you to also.
Go to our Discord server and get leave dad jokes, because JJ needs some really good dad jokes. But anyway, I've been working on. Excuse me. I've been working on something in my spare time for a month. This is what I do for fun. My hobby, I guess, is making stuff for role-playing games and D&D mainly, because I'm an old 30-plus year D&D player. And me and Deacon, my son, had this idea several months ago last year on what if Super Mario Brothers world, what if we played D&D in the Super Mario Brothers world? And we're like, yeah, that would be cool. You know, we could do that. And I could make these little things and we could, you know, come up with stats and stuff. And cause I was trying to get him interested in playing D&D. And he said, or we were like, well, what if we, you know, what if like one of those viruses took over, those fungal viruses, a cordyceps virus took over and made everything into zombies. So it's like the Mushroom Kingdom, but it's like Super Mario, except it's like they're zombies. He's like, yeah. So we took, oh, you're bringing it up. So
yes,
I made this book. It's an add-on that's completely free. I call my stuff Dad's D&D. But it's a book for it's an add-on for Dungeons and Dragons that is for Super Mario Brothers. And you go through, it's basically you enter the world of the Mushroom Kingdom, and this evil wizard has taken over and has unleashed this virus throughout the land, and it has taken over and is decimated, and the people are trying to rebuild.
This thing looks so good, Deacon.
I have done I don't have to credit anyone with artwork. Every piece of artwork was done by AI, was done by me. I either made it with Hero Forge, the little program that made like a character there waving, and then in the background, the art in the background, all that stuff was made by AI. Months of sitting there getting AI to tweaking
it. Oh wow.
Tweaking it and getting it right, and then tweaking it on the page and doing the formatics on the page and making sure that it's, you know, setting right on the page and the watermarks on the page are right and the notes, the little note down there. So it's got everything that you would need to play in. See, I just changed that picture yesterday. Those are the Shy Guys, and the Shy Guys are like a monk type race that you can be. And they
are those the ones where like if you turn around, they're facing you, they're coming after you, but if you face them,
those were the ghosts. Those were the boos. But anyway, I've changed up the lore a little bit because it's supposed to be a different world. But if you wanted to play this and you're a D&D person, there's races, there's subclasses, there's feats, there's backgrounds. There's all kinds of stuff that you can add. Plus, at the very end, I've created a mission that you can run 3 to 4 players from, and it'll take you from 1st to 3rd level. And it sort of starts off where you can build on a campaign from there if you want to. So I've put a lot of work into this. There's the subclasses part.
Yeah.
I made one subclass for every major class. So
this is great. So as soon as I saw this, I should have said, Deke, this looks amazing, but I didn't tell you. The first thing I thought was there has to be a way for me to be able to print this as a hardcover book and send it to Deacon so that he has a physical version.
I don't know if he could. That would be awesome.
I don't know, but now this isn't like 10 or 12 pages. Deke, this is 123 pages.
Yeah,
this is massive.
The very last thing I had to do was make the table of contents, and I've made the table of contents like 5 times because every time I make the table of contents, I'll go back through and I'll edit something and I'll find something. It'll add a new page, and I'll have to go back and do everything over again. So it took me forever. It took me forever to go back and.
I don't know how to play D&D, but like we should do like a show or something, and you could do your little thing as a video or something. I don't know.
And I have went and I have read and reread and reread and re-edited and re-edited all this stuff. And I'm still to the point to where I've sent it to a couple of, I've sent it to our buddy Sleepy, because who's a big D&D and Mario nerd. And I was like, go through this with a fine tooth comb and pick everything out that is wrong and tell me, you know, I want someone to be like, fucking period here, and you want
some copy edits.
This is stupid. That's what I was wanting. So I posted it, and I've posted it in a couple of places, and everybody's looked at it's been like, oh, this is cool. So
is it done, or are you still getting in some?
No, it's pretty much done because I can look at it and fix it, but I'm not going to. I need to be an artist. I need to be like, okay, it's done.
You have to abandon it at some point,
Yeah, and I've got little things that I'm going to add on to it. So I might add a whole underground section that I'll add to it a little bit later. But me and Deacon are working on a Mega Man one right now for D&D.
Oh, that's neat. Is he going to cross over?
Yeah,
Maybe?
yeah, it's gonna be.
Oh, okay.
It's. I got it. It's pretty interesting how we've got it figured out. So
All right.
that's
Well,
that's what we do in our spare time.
looks amazing. Okay. All right, Deacon.
All right.
Thanks.
Oh,
Hey, by the way, if you guys are watching still, if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe. We appreciate it. The link to Deacon's book is in our Discord server in the D&D and Deacon. What is it? What is the channel called?
D&D and Deacon.
Oh,
Yeah,
it is. Okay. All
and
right.
I used AI, for a lot of that, and I would refine it and help me and whatnot. And did you know that I told Ashley, I was telling her about that, and then and she said, "Did you know that Old McDonald's farm has been taken over by artificial intelligence?" And I said, "AI,"
Oh no.
and she said, "AI," and I said, "Oh."
IO.
Old McDonald's farm.
Yeah.
Taken over
All
by
right.
AI.
Yeah. Hey, Deke, do you know how to get a squirrel to fall in love with you?
How do you get a squirrel to fall in love with you?
I mean, sometimes you got to put yourself out there and act like a nut.
I was going to say you tickle its nuts, but
all right, that's not a good one. All right, well, very unlikely that today's episode will get banned on YouTube, but if you haven't already, please go to rumble.com/JJW. Follow our show Monday through Friday, 6:30 in the morning. We talk about the news, pop culture, and other stuff. That's it. That's all. Oh, yes. Yes.
I'm tickling.
Yes? Yeah. Oh, yuck. That's Bye, everybody.